We are live, everybody. My name is Bezad,
My name is Risa.
and we are broadcasting live from Yokohama, Japan, to bring to you the world's greatest live stream. Which live stream is that?
Wonder Lover Weekly live stream.
That's right. And it is Saturday morning for us. Saturday, September the 6th for us. Friday, September the 5th. For many of you out there in the West, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us for another episode here from Japan. We're going to talk to you guys about a lot of different things this week. Of course, everyone's favorite topic, tariffs and the shipping situation across America. We've got a September the 18th release planned. So we're going to go over what's dropping for that release. Go over all the styles that are coming out. Fit questions. We have a sample that's hiding behind Risa's back that we're going to show you. You haven't seen this one yet. This is a new sample. So we're going to show that one off, and we'll probably get off into some off-topic tangents. We're going to see where you guys take us. So let's check in with the chat. Let's see where everybody is tuning in from. Wherever you are tuning in from, whether it's live or watching on the replay, we appreciate you guys being here. And you can do us a favor by hitting that like button right now. Hit the like button right now. Let everybody know everywhere in the world that you are joining us here, and maybe later on tell a friend how fun this experience is for you. Mm-hmm. All right, let's check in with the chat. We've got the Terp Wizard excited for the news on the next drop. Have my eye on a few pieces. Well, thank you very much. They're going to be coming out real soon. We've got Mr. Beatty, the producer, is in the house. Have a great night. Out at an event tonight, loving my Fox 70. He's got his Fox 70 t-shirt. And we've got Yukon Savage Konnichiwa from White Horse, Yukon, Canada, the Great White North, where it is a beautiful fall day. The leaves have started to change color, but we're having a bit of an Indian summer with daytime highs in the mid-20s. Well, there you go. It's still scorching hot out here. Although we had a little bit of temperature relief yesterday, but that came in the shape of a typhoon.
Yeah, but I mean, even today, I don't think it's as bad.
What do we got? Mid 30s? Low 30s?
I think it's
27 degrees Celsius right now. I guess it's not terrible, but it's been hot. It's been hot. Hopefully, anyway, we're starting to see a little bit of that seasonal change coming in. Typhoon weather is usually the good indication that the fall is coming. And we've got James F. When Ringer Tees, spring Ringer Tees. That's all you need to know about that. And we've got Solvents checking in from Scotland, wearing his Foxfibre 15 and Samurai jeans for the Indigo Invitational. I know the Indigo Invitational is going on right now for all you raw denim lovers out there. You want to get in on the denim contest, the Indigo Invitational is a good one to participate in. Charles D., when's the Ultimate Pima dropping, Risa?
September 18th/19th. It will be 19th midnight, so it's the night of the 18th, basically.
Yeah, so
in Japan time.
Yeah. So very soon. Mr. Stephen Copelcam, also make pajama pants out of your Ultimate Pima fabric, please. Pajama pants. You know, you're not. Somebody asked me this week about like what's the best shirt to like basically use as pajamas, and my suggestion was the Ultimate Pima. Pajama pants. I don't know if we'll get in, maybe one day we'll get into the pajama pants business.
Yeah, it's just
I don't know.
I don't wear pajamas, so like it's hard for me to like. We don't wear pajamas.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard for me to. I think he asked the question up there though, like the first comment.
What is it?
Rocking my Fox 15 t-shirt on vacation, hoping for clarification on if the Cashmere blend Henleys would drop alongside the Foxfibre ones, or there will be a separate release. There will be a separate release. They're coming way later.
Yeah, so there will be, I would say, release. There's tentatively release 3 and 4. So release 3 might be Cashmere, and then release 4 will be the double heavyweight, or that might all come in at around the same time and we'll release it all together. So that's going to probably be like end October-ish. So we're still waiting on clarification on deliveries for those. So stay tuned. We've got so many familiar faces in the crowd. If I don't say hi, I mean it. I mean it from my heart. So I'm just going to skip down a little bit because the comments are coming in fast and furious. I don't want to miss anything. And if I missed your question, you can ask again. Okay. We've got Drewing Master. Need sweatpants and hoodie. Well, sweatpants and hoodies are coming very soon. We've got Elaine in the house. Hello from Hawaii. Good to see you, my friend. Yukon Selvage, mid-30s. I die. Yeah, mid-30s is...
Mid-30s is like the highest it can get here also. So like it
doesn't get into the 40s here.
No. 35 probably is the highest that we like on a daily basis. Maybe like at 2 o'clock on points, maybe it'll hit 36, 37. But in Tokyo, it doesn't get that hot.
Yeah, but still, 35 is still pretty hot.
35 is very hot, and I would die too.
Yeah.
I'm just alive because I live in AC.
AC is the godsend for us. Stephen Kopacam says, I am okay with spacing the drops more. It allows my wallet to recover.
It allows our backs to recover.
That's
more
true.
Also.
Yeah, we can't. There's no way that we could process everything all at once. There's no possible. Is there a possible, like, if we really, okay,
it just doesn't matter, like, that's important when all of those things come in is, like, giving real, like, retail partners real time to, like, receive it, and also we won't be sitting on our goods for, like, weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
So, like, everything happens basically within 2 days of, like, receiving to like getting it out to the
retailer.
Retail partners, which is like let me think. The last Wednesday.
Yeah.
Was it the Wednesday or Thursday? I forgot.
It's
like
all
one
over.
of the days we shipped like basically like I don't know, like 400 kilograms of stuff like in one day.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff, and
that's like 2 days in a row. Also, like it was a lot of
like last week. You saw the boxes were stacked up and like really into like the middle of the warehouse here, and we managed to pick and pack practically everything. And get it out. We have a couple of orders here. There's a couple of boxes over there, like back those piles over there. Those need to go out to some retailers. We got some hanging out over here, but literally, like what I wish I took some better pictures, but in the middle of the week, like the boxes were all the way up to like the edge of the couch here, and we had everything spread out. Every retailer's order was being picked and packed, and our backs were strong. What can I say? And we got it all out the door, but. Yeah, if we had to deal with even more inventory on top of this next release, I actually don't think we have the physical space in here to handle that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like I think the challenge, if we get into a little deeper on this topic, is that like, because most retailers don't want a small shipment. They want everything, it's easier to handle like
a batch.
Yeah. And also it just feels like, okay, if you're doing like a smaller shipment, then you would have like multiple shipments, and it's I guess like the price wise it doesn't
really change much,
but it's just a lot of hassle, and for ours and billing and all of that stuff, like it multiplies too. Right. So it's just a balance that we need to work with. I think for fall 3 is necessary.
Right. I will say that back when I worked at Diesel, I used to work at Diesel a long time ago, and the way Diesel worked was we would have 4 drops a season. So you'd have like pre-season, and then drop 1, drop 2, drop 3. And so like every like maybe 6 weeks, we would get a complete, like a full kind of refresh of the store. So we would always have something, and even in between, you get like little new stuff here and there, but Yeah, we would get, they did it drop based. So there was always like 3 collections within the main collection that would come out.
But then if you do that like every 6
4.
weeks, and then you would do like like the drop 4 and the next drop of the season, like the first drop of the next season is going to be very close.
Yes. So pre-season, like say like you're ending fall winter, like the end of fall winter would probably arrive in the store around November, and then pre-season for spring would probably start to arrive mid-December or early January. But mid-December, early January, it's kind of like sale season for them. So you were clearing everything out. And then by the end of January, anything that was left unsold, we sent it back to HQ, and then they dealt with it, whatever they were going to do with it. So like the floor would always be refreshed with all the new stuff. But it was always like, man, we got to sell this before, because I would rather sell it than pack it up. Because if we have to pack it up, you have to pack it up nice. You have to take inventory. You have to do all that stuff. It's much easier to just sell it and get it out the door.
And that's one store.
There was one store, and we had a lot of SKUs there. I mean, there were like
I mean, it's diesel.
It was diesel. The depth of product that we had, like you get one T-shirt design, it would come in 4 colors, and then you'd have like 30 different T-shirts, and then the amount of jeans we had, it was a lot of stuff. So there's a lot to manage. This is certainly not to the scale of diesel, but having things come out in drops, I think it's a lot easier for the retailer.
Well, it has to happen, yes, for sure. But it's just like how like, we spaced it out, how much we can plan it ahead of time. I think it's key. Like if we told everybody this is going to be drop 1, this is going to be drop 2, and if we can follow that schedule, that's great. But in reality, it's really difficult to do that, especially when we're booking 6 months ahead. Like we can't know how quickly the fabrics can be made. Right.
That's the big difference. It's like our drops are not planned out like, they're not pre-planned out like well in advance. Like our drops are basically like what is arriving based off of like the production schedule, which sort of changes a lot, right?
Changes also based off of the fabrics mill, how quickly they can move. But that also depends on like how fast the yarn can be ready. Like all of those things just kind of trickle down. And also like, by the time we like, they don't necessarily know how much we're ordering until, we give them the order. So that's by that time we give them the order, we have to have the orders from our customers, which is just, it's
all a big cycle. But, at the very least, like somebody mentioned it, the fact that we do it like these sort of drop based things, it does, especially if you're looking to buy multiple items, it does give your wallet a little chance to recover there as well. So
definitely,
it's I again, back in my diesel days, I used to work in a department store. We had a diesel shop. That's where I worked, but I also worked in other parts of the store. I worked at the department store for many years, and so sometimes you would get brands where they would dump the entire collection right at the start, and like that. A lot of brands also work that way. That's not how we're going to work. I don't think we could ever work that way.
No, but it's also like boring for customers too, because, but again, like it's just a matter of like, because if retail partners knew ahead of time which was going to come first and which comes next and all that, then they can plan their buys accordingly too. But because we can't do that, it's hard to like split wide span.
Right. So anyhow, you guys.
This is our struggle.
This is our struggle. You, if you stick to, you're paying attention to what's going on with us, at least and like I really think we try to do our best to communicate like how and when things are going to be coming out, so you don't miss out on.
You guys
anything.
have the
inside track.
It's the newest updates.
Drew asks, could you hold items I buy so they can be shipped together? I like to avoid paying double shipping costs. I will say that if it's difficult in some ways.
It's difficult for us to manage a lot of those.
Because anything off the menu, it just sort of, it's a little bit more complicated, right? So sometimes what happens, and this, believe it or not, this happens often. Like whenever we do a drop, somebody will, I know people are in a rush, but what happens is somebody will order like 6 times 7 times, 10 times, because they see the item they want, they click buy, checkout, and then they'll send us an email and say, hey, can you combine my orders? And it's like,
refund the extra shippings.
right,
And
which we can do.
Yeah.
It's just, I would say that in the hustle and bustle of us trying to get everything out, it
really slows us down.
right.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, like, if you want us to hold something for like 8 weeks or even longer, for like the next drop, like, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of moving parts in here, so things get moved around. I don't want to lose anything, and so I would rather send it out to you. And I would say that we do try to keep our shipping prices very low. Like, we actually do subsidize the shipping cost. Like, for the US, I think it's like $17 is what we charge for shipping from Japan, and that
it costs way more.
It costs way more,
Yeah.
and it lands in your hands in like 3 days ish. So, I would say that we're not our shipping prices aren't prohibitively high. That if you have to spend $17 again, many weeks later, it probably isn't gonna. Look, I don't know. I don't want to tell you how to spend your money, but I'm just saying, like, it's we really try to keep the prices low. So if you can avoid it, just take the goods. And
yes, we would appreciate it, because like, we hate saying no.
Yeah, we really do hate saying
and
no.
Physically, is it impossible? Of course, it's not impossible. We can do it. It's just that, like, if everybody started asking us, then first of all, we would like because the more stuff you put in one shipment, the shipment cost goes up also. So like, we'll be subsidizing more and more, and on top of that, we're like, more importantly, we're like,
it's just one thing to manage,
like like efficiency. So obviously, we try to accommodate as much as we can, but don't maybe abuse that system.
Yeah, right. Like, look, there's some people who are like, I'm coming to Japan in a couple weeks. I bought something. Can I pick it up in store? That's not a problem, right? Like,
in that sense, like, you're actually like, going to come here. You're doing your part to like, It's just like, if you place multiple orders, and here's an order here, here's an order there. Like, there is no system for that. And anyhow, I would prefer not to, but if you insist, I'm not going to say no. Yes.
How does that sound?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Not to.
Without pointing you out, because this question does come up a lot, and so it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
So there you go. Somebody mentioned we should get packing robots. Okay. Interestingly enough, not that we're ever going to afford packing robots. I've never seen a packing robot, but we did once go to a very high-tech fulfillment center. Like, in our journey of like, do we get a bigger office, or so that we could do all the fulfillment and everything, like even more fulfillment on our own, we had an opportunity to go to like a very high-tech fulfillment center in just here in just outside of in Tokyo, and it was incredible. I have to say it was incredible, because they had like these giant picking machines. So they had two things. They had the ones where maybe you've seen like those Amazon robots, but I don't think they're just Amazon. A lot of warehouses use them, where they have like basically a Roomba that has like a stack of goods, and it brings it to like the picker packer, and the picker packer has got this station where it's like, okay, in box number 3, take out this item, and he just has to look at box number 3, and that item's going to be in there, and then he puts it in the box. So they had that situation going. Oh, right, speaking of boxes, we got some boxes. Sorry, we got a shipment at the door. And then the other situation was like this giant cube, literally like, humongous sized cube with just stacks and stacks of like packing containers. And this cube within those packing containers contained all the small inventory, and there was just this giant machine that would rearrange the cube so that the most popular items would be near the front and near the top, so that the machine could just basically plop down the items in front of the picker. Very, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Actually not prohibitively expensive, but there were some downsides to it, where like if we had used a system like that, like change orders would have basically been impossible. Throwing in little nifty gifties also would have been impossible. And I would say that we also just kind of, as much work as it is to pick and pack and ship orders, like we do kind of enjoy it. Like it is little, I would say that it's like, dealing with problems is one thing, but like, picking and packing an order is a very straightforward process, and it's a very calming sort of, put it in the thing, do it, like, there we go. Like, it's very simple and it's just sort of an easy part of the workday, even though sometimes it could be a lot of work. It's less stressful in a lot of ways. Yeah.
And like, I don't know, in my entire career in apparel industry, I always worked with like in-house warehouse, and at one point, like at my job in Japan, my last job in Japan, like we moved from in-house warehouse to outside third-party warehouse, and that was just like not a good experience.
Yeah.
And I just like that's just kind of sticks in my mind. It's like I like having control over like everything.
Right. So the fact is, like, I don't think that there's such a thing as a, life-size packer robot that's going to do the work for us. So, and if there was, I would definitely get one, and I would treat them very nicely. I watched the Animatrix. I saw what they can do, and I saw how evil and mean the humans were to the robots. Okay? That won't be me. Okay? I'll treat my AI robot with respect and dignity.
Or we'll hire real live humans.
Yes. We can do that too.
I think so.
Maybe one day.
I think it might be cheaper because we don't have to invest in technology, although they need sick days and vacations. Yeah,
but that's robots have downtime too.
Yeah.
You got to repair them.
You got to charge them.
Yeah, and when the AI comes in and they're like more human-like, like in the Matrix, then, what really distinguishes them from human or robot?
Well, human may have add more personalities to the.
I don't know. Some of those robots I've seen on TV have some personality. The T-800 Terminator. There's some personality there.
What's his name from Star Wars? He has the
R2D2.
No,
C-3PO.
Yes.
Yeah, all kinds of personality there. So I don't mind having a droid human workforce. No problem. I'm an equal opportunity employer in that respect. No problems at all. Alan asks, any fears of AI? I don't think so. There's a lot of fears. There's a lot of hubbub with all that stuff. Look, man, if I've learned anything, and I have, 2 + 2 is 4, is that all these panics, societal panics in my life, have always ended up being nothing burgers. Just always nothing. The video games are gonna wreck our brains. The comic books are gonna turn us into killers. Like, every time there's some sort of panic about something, it's always a nothing. Just a Y2K. Hey, anybody have any struggles with Y2K? Remember that? So I don't think so, right? Oh, the cell phones, the kids, they're... I don't think so. I just don't think so. The kids are just watching their cell phones, not watching TV. When we were kids, I was glued to the TV. Glued. Same thing. It's no different. So, I'm not afraid. It'll be a tool, like spell check. That's it. That's all. Any thoughts on that?
Well, like I don't agree that everything that you worry about in the society always comes out like it's nothing burger. I think there are real concerns that also came true. But at the same time, like the fears of AI, I think, right now I think people are focusing on like AI taking your job. Which I completely do not agree with that. Like, I just don't think, like, humans are way more adaptable to the situation where we can take advantage of AI and not be, like, just, destroyed by AI.
Yeah.
But
anybody who's used it is, like, let me put it this way. You wouldn't use it to do your taxes I mean, just put simple as that. You just wouldn't use it to do your taxes.
I think a lot of people do like
You are
not
there is
like
no
AI per se, but like the tax
there's tax software,
softwares,
but
yeah.
tax software already exists. Like if you were to just say, "Here's all my bills, do my taxes for me," you would never submit that. You'd take it to an accountant and be like, "Is this right?" Or you double check it yourself. Like there's nothing it can do right now where you wouldn't want to check it.
But what is like tax software versus like
Tax software is
AI,
not
like,
AI. Tax software is a giant Excel sheet with a front end. It just knows,
right,
somebody.
but what AI does,
AI
it
is
should be.
supposed to think about stuff.
Anyways, I think the real fear is like, how we can, I don't know, some people would probably rely on way too much.
Yeah, sure.
And that might like kind of, I don't know, suspend their, intellectual curiosity, like, things like that. That is a little bit more of a concern, I think. But other than that, I don't know. I just feel like this job taking it our jobs kind of is a complete nonsense.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'm not worried. Be nice to the robots though. Watch the Matrix. Watch the Animatrix specifically. It really gives you the backstory of what happened. So if you use that as a template and Terminator as a template, now you know how to treat AI and act accordingly. Because if you're mean to it, it swallows us all.
Yeah, we learned
Right?
that from movies.
It's not that they're going to take our jobs. They're going to destroy us. So there's a big difference there.
Yeah. Sorry, I have something in my eye.
Oh, you want to take a break?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. With all that said, let's pivot into our favorite topic, and that is international trade. International trade. And so we have some bright news, good news on our side of things. So first thing we'll mention is that currently the United States orders are we're not shipping anything to USA right now.
We're not selling anything to
Yeah.
USA right now.
Right. So if you're based in the United States and you go on our website, you try to check out, it'll just say it's not shipping to that region right now. So that has been turned off. And it's been turned off for good reason, and that good reason is that the United States and Japan have a finalized trade agreement. It's been signed, executive order, it's through, and now it's just a matter of implementing it, which I would imagine is the next few days, because usually those things get, especially with the executive orders and the trade stuff, that stuff just kind of goes through relatively fast. So what has happened was, up until now, the way that the new tariffs before this current agreement came into place was that any existing duty rate between Japanese goods entering the United States, an additional 15% was applying to it. So, depending on what it is, every commodity in the world has a different import duty rate. In our case, knitwear, the t-shirts or sweatshirts that had a duty rate of 16.5%. And so what was happening was 16.5% and then an additional 15% on top of that. So when we shipped, say, goods from, here to like our retailer, James Dant, he would have to pay 31.5% import on that instead of 16.5, which was what it used to be before August 1st, I think it was. August 1st is when those things went into place. So that was a very big, big jump in terms of how much they would have to pay. And, as a result, I know a lot of our American retailers, they might, because they do pay duties, there is no free trade with Japan, of course they would adjust their prices a little bit to accommodate for that. It wasn't huge. I would say 16.5% is something that is manageable in the world. So now that additional 15% is gone, it brings relief to our retail partners. And with the de minimis ending, of course, with the de minimis, it was anything under $800 would go to the United States tariff or duty free, which is enter the country because it's easier for them to process. Now, with that gone, what was supposed to happen was, of course, the duty rates would now apply to individual importers, so customers. So what was happening was, of course, you would have that 16.5% that you would have on knitwear, plus an additional 15, ending up at like something like 30 something percent, and 31.5. So that would show up on our website. You know, when you check out, it would say, you know, the item cost, shipping, and then duties, and then, you know, it'd all be there, and then we would process that all for you. But now that there's a new deal, it's only going to show the 16.5%. But on our back end, our system, things haven't updated yet. So I don't want to overcharge you for any of those things and, you know, then figure out what is going on. So we're just waiting for all of the updates to go into place so that when you place your order, it's going to be just the current duty rate, none of that additional stuff that was being charged. So they basically, for our case, they basically slashed the rate in half, so it makes it much more affordable in you know, to import these things.
And the reason why we suspended taking orders on our website is that we wanted to, you know, obviously we wanted to keep that, like, the system of we collect duties on your behalf and we pay on your behalf so that you don't have to get a secondary bill in America, because, you know, a lot of American consumers are not used to that. But right now, like, it automatically charges, because, you know, we're not like sending a bill afterwards. So the website automatically
Calculus.
Yes, calculus.
Yep.
The rate of the duties, and currently it's still, as of this morning, it's still saying that they're charging 31.5%, and but, you know, like, our understanding is that, like, as soon as this, like, is confirmed, the customers in America will start charging only 6.5% on a t-shirt.
16.5.
That's what I said. 16.5%. Yes, on a t-shirt, so that like this extra charge would basically, like, you know, like, do we need to refund it? Do we get charged like extra just because, like, that's on paper? I don't know. So what's happening is that, like, we're just waiting till the system catches up to the reality, and that might happen, you know, maybe Monday. I don't even know if today's Saturday, so I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, so as soon as we can confirm that they're charging the right rate on our website, we can start, like, selling again on the US side. But until then, we just had to suspend it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, like, the latest, like, Monday, Tuesday. So.
Yeah. It should be soon. Like, if you're watching this later on, just check our website. If you can ship to United States, it means everything's fixed and the current duty rate is the correct rate, and, you know, everything is good to go there. So,
and then, like, for those of you who ordered during the unfortunate time of 31.5%, I think you can get it back if you want to, like, you know, deal with that.
Yeah, actually, I don't know what the mechanism for that is yet.
I think you should be able to, but it's one of those things where, like, is it really worth it, like, to have to go through the paperwork of government, you know, bureaucracy?
Yeah. Look, I've been on this story since it began, and, like, literally, every single hour of every single waking moment of my day, I was checking for news updates. I knew where our trade minister was at every moment. I'm like, anyhow, it was like 4:00 in the morning, and I woke up, and I'm up again. It's a waking hour, so I got to check the news, see what's going on. I saw that agreement was signed. It was like 6 minutes ago. Like the article was posted. I'm like, oh my God, thank God I read through it all. I emailed James Dan, I emailed Blue Owl, I emailed all of our American customers. I'm like, guys, it's here. And I have to say, like, you know, it's hard to keep up with all that stuff. It's not like this, like, Japan, USA trade news is like front page news in America. It's not. And even in Japan, it really, you know, you get tidbits here and there. So I really had to dig deep to like get all this information, like figure it all out together.
Like, it's all about the cars, right? Like if it wasn't for the car industry in Japan, we wouldn't even have like gone this far. We would have been like, 31% the charging, like stacking the duties.
Yeah, they wouldn't have cared. Yeah. But yeah, they really wanted to like, of course, the auto industry here is huge, and they wanted to make sure that that was taken care of, and in part of that, okay, we'll take care of all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Thankfully. So that said, Lord willing, by the time the next release comes out, September the 18th, we will have a better duty rate for all of our American customers.
And easier time shopping for American customers because you don't have to worry about the secondary payment.
Yeah, that secondary bill. Now, for the rest of you guys out there and the rest of the world, we are figuring that part out. I would ideally like to make this smooth. I have to say that, like, even though like they got rid of the de minimis, making it smooth to get the goods into the country is actually easier with America than it is with like Europe and Canada, because with them you have to like register with like individual like countries to like get all this tax stuff set up, and it's much more complicated. Like right now Reese's doing something with Mexico, and huge pain in her buttocks, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's just like anything with government paperwork is just like it's I try to be patient with these people, but like honestly they're
like, ooh, you used all caps for your address here, and in this form you did caps just on the first letters of each word here. Which one do you want? And it's like, are you kidding me? Why are you wasting half of a day of work to confirm if I want my address all in caps or not? Are you?
Anyways, you're dealing with
the government. Yeah. Really high intelligent. Look, they only hire high IQ, intelligent people there. So I know as a double digit IQ guy, I know that whatever questions that they're giving down to me, I obviously don't understand the importance of that because of their big brain, high intelligence level. I'm just a meager 2-digit intelligent guy, so.
But even if the people that I deal with are like regular people, which I think oftentimes they are, to be fair, it's just that there's their bosses and their manuals and all those things are just not. They don't allow you to use your brain. They're treating you like a robot, in Japan at least. But the issue is it's still like a government things, and it's just like it needs to go through like so many layers of it, and it takes time. And to be fully honest with you, the Canada, Europe thing, like I don't know who to like ask, honestly. Like it's just one of those things where like there's so many different like aspects to this that like it's just I can't even. I asked our accountant and he had no idea, and I just don't know where to go from here. So it might take a while. Yeah. It's what I'm saying, but I'm not giving up on it. It's just that it's a little bit on the back burner.
There's a lot of stuff going on, but it's, again, this is the last thing I'm going to do. This is me praising the government. It's like, I love it that they're so adamant about like collecting these fees and making you jump through hoops in order to provide them with such fees. Like, it's so smart for them to operate an organization that way. Like, I couldn't possibly be as big brain, big thought idea like that. Like, what I do personally as a business owner is I just present you with the price and then you pay that price. That's it. It's simple, right? But they're just like, no, we don't know how much you're supposed to pay, but you figure it out. And if you get it wrong, then we're going to destroy you. And we're also going to provide you with no information on how to actually do all this stuff. So praise to the big brain, smart people in our offices, because if it wasn't for them, Lord knows, none of this could ever possibly work with just regular people figuring things out on their own. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Thank goodness. Thank God.
Okay, with that said, let's
with
move
that said-
on to more fun topics
That was
because
fun.
I don't want to be always negative.
No, that was positive. I was saying how smart they are.
Let's move
Okay.
on.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, we've got some questions here in the chat. We've got hold on.
A couple questions about sweatpants.
Yeah, sweatpants.
Sweatpants, like we don't just release like fits. We release fabric and all the fits that comes in together. So that means the next drop it will include Fleeced Foxfibre,
Yeah.
which will come in sweatpants, and then real indigo blanket striped French terry also comes in sweatpants. I think the next drop there's just those two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just those two.
And then the double heavyweight sweatpants, which is another thing, will come later in the fall.
Yeah.
And-
So with the release of the double heavyweight French terry, we will have the Foxfibre double heavyweight French terry sweatpants, of course, along with all the other fits, and then the classic double heavyweight French terry that'll also have the sweatpants and all the other fits available. So, like Risa said, everything always comes together. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jantan asks, just got here late, no problem. Not sure if this was asked, no problem. Is the Cashmere Henley dropping the same time as the Foxfibre Henley?
No, this seems to be very confusing topic. But no, we're dropping the Foxfibre heavyweight waffle Henleys on the September 18th. The Cashmere blend Henleys will come later in the fall, maybe like October, perhaps pushing November. But all of those things can be kind of checked on the website release schedule page. So when the dates confirmed, the dates are placed on that page, and so you can when something like release dates are confirmed, you can go to that page and see if which products are included in that release.
Let's do that together. So if you head over to wonderlooper.com, of course, at the top of the screen, we've got our little announcement here for our American customers. What didn't work?
I did the countdown, but it got stuck last night.
Okay, Risa's going to put a countdown clock for the next release. But if you're looking for the release schedule, if you want to know when stuff is coming out, you head over to wonderlooper.com, your favorite bookmarked homepage, and then you scroll all the way down and you go to the release and restock schedule, which is right here at the bottom. And you will see that anything that we have scheduled for a release is here. So if something isn't fully scheduled yet, it's just going to have sort of like a generic date like you see here. But if it does have a proper release date and time, it is going to be right there. So you'll see it. So Spring 26, Super Looper French Tariff, so for those people who want to know, and so on and so on. So Cashmere Blend Honeycomb Henley, Fall 25. That's because there is no date yet, but we do have a general idea. So
yeah, I just don't want to say October because I'm not sure.
Okay. Risa's anyhow.
But okay, so the countdown thing, it didn't even save, so I gotta redo it. But I think it's only about like 12 days, 13 days, something like that.
Not too many days ahead. So the next release is coming soon. Before we I want to show off what's coming. I want to show up, but I want to do a fit check because a lot of people are asking here in the chat. Let's start off with the lovely Risa.
Well, hello everybody. I am wearing, some people asked about this shirt, and this is a shirt from our friend Cardo.
Yeah, the brand Cardo.
Yeah, Cardo. And it's in like an Indian brand, and they do a lot of like really like, intricate. This is chain stitch actually, and like a lot of like embroideries or dyeing techniques that are usually done by hand, and things that like, we can't make this shirt like in done in Japan by hand and, like in a purchasable price. But they can do that because they're, obviously they're based in India. They're not like, slave laborers, obviously, but they're people who work there. They have the
Handicrafts.
yes,
It's
they
traditional
can
craft.
do a lot of hand work, and then it's also like relatively. I mean, obviously, it's still kind of pricey because it's all
Nicely
done
done.
by a person, not a computer. But yeah, it's a very nice brand. I really recommend it. They have like I like this really boxy fit. Anyways, moving on. The ultimate Pima t-shirt, as usual. I got like this I think is from some kind of thrift store, but it's the Levi's like vintage made in Japan like so old, new vintage, I guess.
Yeah.
Like they do like the salvage fabric and they do all this like a little distressing. But and my shoes are chamula.
Yeah, it's hard. Maybe just step back a little bit. I can see you.
You see them?
Yeah, there you go.
Chamula shoes, which are very comfortable. And I stole this watch from Beza the other day.
It's the classic Casio.
Yeah.
Classic Casio. So there you go. Okay. All right. So I'll do me. So you might have seen a lot of these pieces before because I tend to live in somewhat of a uniform. So this is a vintage Sears denim shirt that I really happen to like, and of course it has this beautiful selvage ID here on the inside. So it's a great classic piece of workwear, very loose. I wear it somewhat like a jacket. Really I try to keep the sun off of myself. So like, this is it helps in that one. And I think the fact that it's loose also makes it more comfortable to wear even on hotter days.
But like this Sears vintage, like we bought it in like a thrift store in Japan, which is kind of interesting.
It's very true. Yeah. And it's very vintage. Like I haven't figured out the dating on this thing yet, but like the tag here is of this aesthetic. So you can barely make out the Sears logo there. So I'm thinking this is maybe 70s. It could be, I don't think it's 50s or anything like that. I would probably put it around the 70s, maybe 60s, but it's quite old. I have to double check the Sears logos in their history to see if I can pick up something like that to see what time this came from. So I've got my ELS recycled cotton slub tee here in black. I don't wear the black one so much because at home we got the cats and it tends to pick up a lot of hair, but I wore it today. And then I've got these linen indigo sort of reconstructed cargo pants, which I really like. Again, very lightweight and nice to wear in the summertime. They're very loose, as you can see, nice loose fit. And then on the feet, I have, which you can maybe see from there, these Yucatan. They're called Maine guide boots, but they're the low cut version, so nice to wear in the summertime. So a nice Vibram sole here on there. Very, despite being clunky, they're actually very, very comfortable. That's one thing I like about Yucatan boots is that while they are sort of chunky in a lot of ways, they have a lot of chunky options. They're very focused on the comfort, and I feel like I can wear these usually like all day and feel comfortable in them. So that's what I really like about them. And then on the wrist, I've got one of my weirder watches. I'll take it off. It's a limited edition of 250. It's called the Casio Eco Drive Dome, and you can see it here. It has this cool dome shape to it, and it's a model from like 15 years ago. It started off as a concept, and then they actually produced it, and so it's got this weird shape to it. It's made from carbon fiber, and I really like the look of it. Very, very futuristic. It is a chunk master, though. It is big. I have small wrists, as you can tell. But I just like it. It's got the blue dial and black, and so it's nice to match today's outfit. So there you go. I really enjoyed the Eco Drive. John Egg says Eco Drives are pretty cool watches. I agree. Citizen, I think is I like my Seikos, I like my Casios. Citizen doesn't get as much love, I feel, but they do make a lot of really cool watches, especially dive watches. So there you go. That's our fit check for today.
So Danny asks a very timely question.
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot about the Blue Owl collab. Any news on that?
Yes.
Any news on that?
Yes, there will be news on that, but you got to stay tuned. Because we've got something. We do have an update on that. But first, I want to show you what's coming up for the spring. Mm-hmm. Sorry, not the spring. The fall. The fall release. The next release, which is going to be September the 18th at 11 a.m. Eastern. 11 a.m. Eastern. That's September the 19th, midnight here in Japan. So right. 11 a.m. Eastern means it's a morning release for our North American friends. It's a late afternoon release for our European friends. Hopefully for our Middle Eastern friends, it's not too late at night. So we tried to. Last time it was an evening release for North America. It made it a little bit harder for our Europeans and our Middle Eastern guys to get
Europeans,
in on it.
I think it's at nighttime actually. So I think that's
11
okay.
a.m. is like 5 p.m. in London.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean it's nightish.
Yeah.
And then the West Coast also, it's not too early because I think it would be like 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's not like you have to wake up at 5 in the morning to do it. So I think it's actually a very good time. It's just that it's midnight for us.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna do live stream for the release.
We can't do a live stream for that release. We thought about it for a second and we were like,
but then we sacrificed the next day.
Yeah, and we were like, do we just sleep here in the office? And we obviously don't have a bed or anything. just sleep on the floor. I definitely considered it. I'm not saying. I'm saying like there was a good chance it was gonna happen, but I was just like, okay, maybe we can sleep this one.
Well, the benefit of doing that, honestly, is that you get up and you just ship a bunch, and then you can we can ship a lot on that day without having to come here, because we're already here. Ship. And well, the thing is, like, FedEx pickup cuts off at certain time, right? So it's just kind of always our days are like, how much can we ship and get picked up that day? Because if you ship after the pickup happens, then you just you're letting it sit for half a day, and I feel like customers don't like that.
Yeah, but
anyway.
Yeah. Anyways. Xavier said one day, one day we'll do a camp out stream. I promise you, it's gonna happen. I just I do enjoy doing the live releases.
Yeah.
And hey, man, we'll bring a tent. I have a tent. We'll actually put a tent in here.
Why would you need a tent if
because it's fun. It's office camping.
But we need like a sleeping bag or like a
mat.
Mattress.
Yeah, we'll do it all. It'll be nice. Okay, so let's get into the releases. I'm gonna start off with, I know there's a lot of questions around this, with the Foxfibre Henley. So let's talk about the colors, and then we're gonna talk about sizing and fit. Okay, so we've got Foxfibre Henley, 3 colors. So Iron Mordant, we've got the Coyote 15, and then we have the Coyote 70. So the classic Coyote look here. So sizing wise, they are cut more like our sweatshirts are cut instead of like our t-shirts are cut. So the last couple of weeks, I've received a lot of questions about sizing. So people are like, well, I wear this size in my t-shirt, but I did the measurements and it looks like I'm gonna wear a small in the Henley. Is that true? It could be true. It could be true for you. Right? It really depends on how you like things to fit. Like if you want your Henley to be a little bit more fitted like a t-shirt, then maybe going down a size is going to be the right fit for you. If you want your Henley to be a little bit looser, then you stick with maybe what you would consider your regular size. Of course, it always boils down to the measurement. So if you have a Henley, or if you have like a shirt like this that you own, do the measurements, do the comparison. I will put on. I weighed myself this morning. I'm 5'9", 165 pounds. I've lost like 10 pounds, by the way. I will put on a medium. I'll show you how that fits, and then I'll put on a small and show you how that fits. I wear a medium in practically everything. I will wear a medium in this, and I'll show you what a small looks like. I'll show you what sizing down looks like.
Changing?
Huh?
Are you doing a live?
I'm going to do it over here.
Ah.
Yeah. It's not that kind of live stream. We don't take those kinds of tips. Mm-hmm. Maybe one day. One day.
We got to set up the tip system.
We got to set up the tip system. I don't think there's a lot of demand for that. Let me put it to you that way.
You'd be surprised.
I might scare myself. Okay, so putting on a size medium.
All right. Yeah. So these are. I think I want to get this color. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But hopefully, a lot of people are going to purchase it on the first day, and I get my decision made that way. Sometimes I have the capability of buying something before the release, and I don't do it, and I regret it so much. Last time with the Foxfibre Tsuriyami t-shirt, I didn't buy the 15, and I regretted it.
So this is me, size medium, right? With a t-shirt under. I mean, I don't know how you guys would wear it. Maybe you will wear it with a t-shirt. Maybe you wear it with an undershirt. I could take off the t-shirt also if you want. But this is how the medium fits on me. As you can see, I'm not swimming in it, but it's not tight to my body, right? I have a little bit of room, and I feel pretty comfortable here. I can pull up the sleeves, and that's me.
That's you.
Right? So that is a size medium on me. 5'9", 165 pounds, and I'll put on the small so you guys can see what a small is gonna look like. Okay.
All right. Okay. So yeah, let's just keep it moving though. We have a lot to cover. So the sizing for Henley in Foxfibre heavyweight is going to be the same as the sizing in Cashmere blend later on in the season. However, I do feel like according to our just one time wash test, the Cashmere Henley might have a slightly larger shrinkage. It's still within a regular shrinkage rate of about 3 to 4%, but I feel like you might experience a little bit more shrinkage with Cashmere than the Foxfibre heavyweight.
But that's because we're putting it in the dryer also.
Yes, we are putting it on in the dryer, and that's the percentage 3 to 4%. I think with the Foxfibre heavyweight, it was a little bit less shrinkage, but also it just easily stretch out to the original shape very easily. So I don't think you need to worry about shrinkage in this particular model, the Foxfibre heavyweight waffle.
Yeah. So this is the small on me. As you can see, it fits. It's just closer to the body. It's not as, I don't have that looseness to it. So
if you were to wear a jacket over it, I think this is a better fit because it's a very heavy fabric. It is super heavyweight. So if you want to be if you want to wear underneath something, maybe this is a better fit. But you're also wearing a t-shirt underneath.
Yeah,
too,
I figure most people probably wear an undershirt under one of these anyways. So
you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
That's what I think. But you can see, I mean, the small doesn't look bad on me. It's just not as loose. So it's definitely a more fitted feel in the small on my size. But yeah, you could also wear it the way I had it before. And I think...
Yeah, that's... I think that's more your style, a little bit oversized. I think each person has a different idea of what's fitting.
Yeah. So it all depends. So double check your measurements for sure, because I do not want, like, I don't want you to get it wrong. Their inventory is limited. They're then like international shipping it back, sending it back. There's tariffs and all that stuff. You don't want to deal with that. So definitely double check your measurements. Your measurements are right. I promise you they're right. And so go with that. Yeah. So I hope this helped anybody. If there's any other questions, if not, I'll get changed again. John Ake says, that looks closer to how I would wear it, which makes sense. I'm about 6'1", 195, and I like your large. Okay, well, there you go. The Raven says, I plan on wearing it with no undershirt, but I'm in a less cold climate. Yeah. So yeah, it's all gonna be a preference thing here. When I wear it, I'm gonna wear it more like a sweatshirt, a little bit oversized. I wouldn't even call it oversized. Like sometimes I have some things that are really oversized, but I just I don't like things too close on my body. Right. So I want it to be a little bit looser. Yeah. Cause whenever I have things that are, again, it's just me. So it depends. I don't want to taint anybody's idea here. But anyhow, that's the comparison for you guys. So I will definitely do this again next week, because I know there's some people who are not going to see it this episode, and I just want to reiterate that, because some people, I know there's going to be people out there who just went with their size and they didn't check the charts, and I'm definitely going to put it up as much as I can. So I just really want to reiterate this one for everybody.
Yeah. We'll do like a reel or something, because I think burying it in the middle of live stream is it's the hardest way to do it.
There'll be a few more a little bit more information on this coming out. Okay.
So Jeremy Sam says the size charts don't have shoulder measurement. As you can see, this is a raglan sleeve construction, so there is no shoulder seam to measure the shoulder measurements of. So what happens here is that, like, we take the measurement of center back neck all the way to here, because that's the length that you can kind of, it's like your shoulder plus your arm length, right? So that's the measurements that we can have. But the beauty of the raglan sleeve is that, like, if your shoulders a little bit broader, it's fine.
Because it's always perfect on your shoulder. That's the beauty of the raglan sleeve. Yes. Right? Because if you have a tailored sleeve, depending on your shoulder construction, you could have the thing over here. It could be perfect. It could be short. So with this, anybody, any shape, it's always going to be a perfect shoulder. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you mind showing the khaki Henley? I'm curious on what color it looks like in natural lighting.
All right.
No problem.
Can we do that?
I'm gonna get changed. Okay.
So again, this Henley, Cashmere Blend Henley, is not a part of the September 18th, 19th release. It is going to be later in the fall. Date TBD. This is the Ecru, 90% cotton, 10% cashmere, honeycomb. It's a different fabric construction as the from the Foxfibre waffle. Foxfibre is more traditional waffle. This one's a honeycomb construction, with the inside of the fabric is a little bit more smooth. So you really can feel the softness of cashmere blend in here. So this is a little bit lighter weight than the waffle.
Just to compare the texture for you, so you can see that's the waffle, and this is the honeycomb.
The honeycomb.
So you can see here, it's a very different style construction. Yeah. And this is the same construction front and back, while this one has the flat back construction.
Yeah, but the fit is the same.
Yeah.
So that was Ecru. This is Khaki. There's some snowy residue here. I don't know how he gets here. So this Khaki is basically the same Khaki as our double heavyweight French terry Khaki. Double heavyweight t-shirt is also this type of Khaki. Mm-hmm. So it's it's more brown than green in my opinion, but it is a very handsome color. And then we also have the Sumi black. So this is just a little bit faded black.
Yeah, there's the family together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm going to be living in this once
Yeah.
the winter comes.
It's hard to, like you were saying earlier, like sometimes you basically leave it up to the customers whether or not you're going to get something.
Yeah.
It's like, it's on the shelf and I'm like, we have the samples. I don't want to take the samples because I need the samples, because especially if it's a recurring style, I want it on the rack. I want people to be able to see it, so I don't want to take the sample.
Yeah.
And then, when the stock comes in, I'm like, oh, I don't want to take the stock because there's only so much stock. And if there's stock, okay, at the end, then maybe I'll take the stock. And then, like I wanted to get an Iron Morden t-shirt, gone.
Yeah.
Even I didn't get one. I didn't get one.
They'll come back again.
They'll come back again. I mean, I have the sample, but that's it.
Yeah. Well, we actually have 2 samples, so you can take one of them.
I don't think we have 2 of them.
I think we do. There's one in the
Well, then I might take that sample. I didn't know that was there. The Raven says, "Man, I'm so tired. I'm so tied between getting the khaki honeycomb and the fox iron mordant."
They're actually very different, different garment though.
Yeah.
It's just so the waffle is heavy, like it's a sweatshirt, and then the cashmere blend is soft, and it is more like a t-shirt in my opinion. Like it's a heavy weight for a t-shirt, but it's just something that you can wear underneath the jacket easily. Like it's more of a, I don't know. It's very different feel.
Very different feel.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to look. I think you'll be happy with both, like either one, regardless.
The price point wise, I think
Yeah.
Iron Mordant is much higher.
Right. Look, flip a coin. There's your answer. Sometimes I'm very much, because I'm very indecisive sometimes, and I have to tell myself, just make a decision. Just whatever, just pick something. You're gonna be fine. Just do it. And so,
Yeah, you also force that.
I force that on you
me
all the
because
time.
I'm the most indecisive person on the planet, and it's just sometimes it's hard. But I often don't regret the decision. So
right, you just have to make a decision.
Yeah.
Just do it. You're gonna be fine. There's no especially sometimes when you're down to oh, should I get the Cashmere Henley or should I get the Foxfibre Henley? There's no wrong answer there. You're gonna be happy with either one, right? Or get both. Look, this is a lot. They're pricey pieces. That's not always an option for everybody. But at the very least, if you're stuck between one or the other, and they're both good options, you're gonna end up with a good option. So, yeah.
And I just have to say that I'm very happy that there's a lot of enthusiasm around the Henleys, because this is the first time we're doing a Henley, and I feel like a Henley is such a different product from sweatshirts crew necks versus it's different from that. It's different from t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts even. It's just, I don't know. It was something that we weren't so sure of, to be honest. But I think we're really happy that reaction has been
very strong. Yeah. A lot of emails coming in. A lot of people excited for this one. So we're happy to make it, and we look forward to furthering seeing how far this can go with the Henleys. I do want to make a summer Henley. I think I talked about it before.
Short sleeve.
Well, either short sleeve, short sleeve, but I'm thinking those Hong Kong Chinese style ones, underwear style. Yeah, I think Hong Kong and China. I'm sure a lot of people wear it, but to me it's Bruce Lee and all those old kung fu movies. I always see those guys wearing those. So I want to make that. I think that'll be a lot of fun to wear.
That's one of those things. I mean, I don't want to put too much styles in the planning, but I think those are one of those things where we can have short sleeve and long sleeve.
Right. Yeah.
So if we can't decide.
Sometimes you gotta do both, right? You guys know. Okay, so that's Henley land for you. So if there's any more questions about Henleys, we're here to answer them for you. But let's move on, because we have some other great products coming out as well. We have the Indigo blanket stripe French terry. So this is coming out. It'll be available in all fits. So zip, crew neck, pullover hoodie, and sweatpants. And it's got this beautiful blanket stripe interior. Now it's basically sort of our sweatshirt rendition of a classic, blanket lined denim jacket. So you would see these sort of colors and stripes in these old jean jackets, and obviously coming from the denim world, we had to pay homage to our denim fans out there, all the denim lovers out there. I know we've got a lot of denim lovers out there in the audience. So this is dyed with real indigo on the outside. It's real indigo on the middle layer, and then this is a blend. There's like a bunch of wool and there's a lot of different materials here on the inside to sort of create this sort of colorful melange color here on the blanket side. But neps, the color neps. It's rayon. There's some synthetics in it, acrylic
and rayon. Too,
yeah,
I think.
Those are how you get these colorful neps. In fact, even when you look at the old school blanket line jackets, they're also made the same way. So like there might be some people being like, "Oh, why are you using synthetic materials and this and that?" It's always been the same way. Like if you wanted to get a look like this, even back then they were using acrylic and nylon and things like that. Maybe not nylon, but not nylon, but acrylic and rayon and things like that.
Acrylic is the perfect one to mixing with wool. So it's just it keeps the same kind of cozy fuzzy feel. But it also prevents you to have to worry about shrinkage and all of that stuff. So this particular thing is mostly cotton because the outer and middle is cotton. But it is also acrylic, wool, and polyester in there.
Yeah, so somebody mentioned an old Storm Rider jacket.
Yeah.
This is an old Storm Rider jacket.
Where did it come from?
I had it in a box. And as you can see, it's not exactly the same, but it has that yellow and blue on the inside. So these colors certainly helped inspired the interior here. So hold that up. Just do a little quick comparison. And you can see, it's not the same. In fact, I like the fact that we're using brown here instead of the gray, but you can see that it has that melange tone all on the inside, like how we tried to recreate it here with the stripe. So that's definitely the inspiration.
And outside is real indigo.
Yeah. So you can expect that to fade.
Yeah, we're going to get some fades on this. Yeah. So I think, this is as a pant, I think it would actually be a cool, I wouldn't say it's a jeans alternative, but, you can wear it like a blanket lined jeans.
Right.
Which is kind of cool.
I also have to say that, and I will reiterate, that this is probably one of the most annoying fabrics we've ever had to deal with.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure we cannot continue doing this because we've had so many. Still till
right now, there are problems.
We're having problems after problems.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But so if you like it, I know it's a pricey items, but if you like this idea, we may not be able to do it exactly like this. We may try, and maybe it's slightly different.
Yeah.
But so I would recommend that if you really like this as is, then get it now.
Yeah, the problem, anyway, there was problems with the production of the fabric. So there's a whole batch of goods that haven't even been produced yet. So we are short shipped on these, and so literally from the yarn availability all the way up until production is just, most things don't have this many problems. And
most things have almost zero problems. Although we do deal with a lot of things, and we're not so flexible because if we like something, then we want it that way. But...
Right, and I have to and the other problem is for example, if we want to make Foxfibre or Ultimate Pima, because we're using something very specific, if they run out, they just run out. There's no replacing it with something. Right, and so it's with this one, for example, there were some yarn colors throughout the whole development of this that just they don't make them anymore, and so so there's nothing to replace it with because we wanted something so specific, and I would say like in the general world, oh, you ran out of that cotton? Okay, just use this cotton. Like there are equivalent cottons, right? And because they're not promoting it based off like a particular, the product creation isn't really about how it's made, it's what it is. And like we're very much focused on how it's made and what's in the garment. And so it does create problems when like something is unavailable or there's not enough of something. So like we have to navigate around that. And so generally speaking, yeah, there's some little problems, hiccups here and there. Oh, there's going to be a delay, fine, no problem. Here with this one, it's just like, no, we don't have it. We don't have the stuff that you need. Or like even making it is so difficult and complicated. For example, like this one is just like, it's indigo on indigo. So like there's 3 layers of fabric that make the French terry. And like 2 of the layers are indigo. And it's like in the factory world and in the knit world, they don't like working with indigo because it makes everything blue. Yeah. And, when you have a factory, like, okay, you made our production and the next production is some other brand's like, creamy sweatshirt, cream colored sweatshirt. Oh, now the machines are blue. You got to clean all the machines, make sure that they're perfect, because if they do somebody else's production, they're blue. Well, there's gonna be a big problem.
They usually like if it's like yarn dyed indigo, they usually dedicate like a machine that's for like, okay, we're making only indigo things on here, and maybe sometimes every like now and then they will change it up, but like usually like if you commit to like knitting indigo, then you have to have a machine separate from everything else. And not only is it like a different machine, but you also have to section it off because like all the fluffs from the machine is gonna contaminate the other like white t-shirts or white fabrics that they're making. So it's and then that's only the knitting process, and then after that you have to like cut the fabric and then sew the fabric. And the sewing factory also, like after you do a production of these, you gotta clean the machines the whole way, and you can't it's a lot of work. All around.
Right. In the jeans factory, it doesn't matter. Everything's blue. Yeah,
everything is blue. But so it's actually a challenging thing. We still want to keep doing some indigo stuff with the knits, but I think maybe
we have to revisit how we're gonna do it, because this again,
maybe not.
It's
redoable.
I can tell you right now, even if I wanted to, everyone's just gonna say no.
Yeah.
And there also the fact that like some of the yarns were just straight up unavailable. Like what I'm showing you here is the sample, but like I'll go get a production because they're actually technically slightly different.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you put next to each other and can you tell the difference? And then you sit there for 10 minutes trying to figure out there's a difference. It's that subtle, but because we have a fabric that's we like when you do a sampling, you have to make a whole roll. So like one roll of fabric can make a bunch of units, and then now like we can't mix that with the new batch of fabric.
So you have sample fabric that could be unused but wasted, and so here's the.
So this is the sample.
And this is production. So what you'll notice.
Not the direction, because the direction is just on the hood. It has to flip.
Yeah, but what you'll notice is that there is a slight difference in the size of the blue on the inside. Right, so
the color distribution, color like ratio is different because they ran out of blue, the navy, of these colors.
It's hard to show this on camera, but there is a slightly less blue on the inside than on the original sample. Yeah. So that's the difference there. And again, it was availability issue.
The culprit wants you to find. I'm also not going to put it on.
Yeah, don't put it on the white couch. Be careful with the white couches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially sweatpants, because sweatpants, something you might wear at home more, and then when you sit, it's the friction that makes the indigo bleeds onto something. So like when you're sitting on a white couch, you're definitely gonna bleed some indigo.
I would say that after a few washes, you probably don't have to worry so much.
Yeah.
But when it's like treat it like raw jeans. Anyway, how should I be careful with this one? Don't sit. Look, if your sweatpants or your sweatshirt's wet, don't sit on something white. And if you do, don't rub into it because indigo is going to transfer.
Yeah. Just put down the towel or something.
Yeah. Or a blanket for the blanket line. Jeremy Sim says, do the stripes show through more or less than on the production version?
Production version is the stuff that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So showing through on the front,
it's the thing.
Yeah. The original many seasons ago, we had the original sample with, instead of the brown, it was gray. And because that was a lighter color, actually the stripes showed through on the front face of the fabric a lot more. With this one, because it's brown and dark, it doesn't show through as much.
But the sample and production doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. That's indigo blanket stripe. If you want it, get it, because that one
not come back. Will not come back.
Will not come back.
That's exactly will not come back.
Yeah. So that's the one and done there. An indigo something else, maybe just indigo and like maybe, a solid color on the inside. Something that we can eat. Not, it's not about being easy, but it's about mitigating your problems, right? That might be the future of that one. Yes. So we'll see where this goes.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we've got Fleeced Foxfibre. I'll bring the other colors because I don't have them hanging out.
Yeah, no, we're just and this is also missing a cord. But this is the Fleeced Foxfibre. Outside is a recycled cotton melange yarn, and then inside is Foxfibre yarns brushed. So it's very, very cozy. And it's not particularly heavyweight, so it is cozy and like warm. It's not like, it's very comfortable because it's on the lighter side of weight for us. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it'll also come in. Sorry, I'm gonna leave it in the plastic, but you can see it on the website. But it comes in the heather gray.
This is oatmeal, heather gray, and then the
This is the charcoal. So ignore the reflections, but so it comes in these three wonderful colors here, and so those are going to be available on September the 18th.
Yeah, 4 fits: the crew neck, the pullover hoodie, zip hoodie, and sweatpants.
Yeah. Now somebody asked about the sweatpants. Are they getting elasticated hems?
No.
The answer is no. That is happening for Super Looper. That's when you're in the spring. So that the first batch of sweatpants that will have like an elasticated drawstring at the bottom is Super Looper for the spring. Currently, this batch of goods has the straight leg opening that we've always had. So that remains the same. And because you guys have been so nice, we also have the preview.
Yeah.
Now this is not part of the September 18th release. This is going to be TBD. This is the TBD release, to be determined.
I think it's more of a holiday release.
Yeah, but
it's the exclusive to us and Blue Owl
Workshop.
The black version.
The black Fleeced Foxfibre. So you've got a black on the outside, and then you have that beautiful Fleeced Foxfibre here on the inside. So that beautiful mix of dark and warm tones here. And you can see one thing I really like is that with the flat seam construction here, you can see the Foxfibre on the front face of the fabric. So it's kind of got that cool like contrast look on the outside.
It looks like it's got like a it's just the cool lines.
So this is the world's first. I haven't even sent these pictures to Jay yet. Jay, if you're watching, this is it. So this is the world's first look at them. Literally last night, these samples arrived in the office. So we've got the crew neck here. We've got the zip hoodie. Yeah, I'm gonna put one on. I've been changing a lot this live stream.
This is the pullover hoodie. And notice that pullover hoodie
has the black strings.
The black strings. Our first black branded string.
So you can see
the
here.
theme of this is black, so we wanted to go with the black stealthy Cords, black zip tape,
Yeah.
but beautiful fox fiber.
So cozy. It's a very cozy. Like, that's the thing about the Foxfibre.
Yeah.
I had somebody emailing me the other day, and they're like, "Oh, if I have to pick one, Foxfibre or double heavyweight, which one do I pick?" And I'm like,
Those
"Look,
are
man,
very
they're
different.
very different worlds. The Foxfibre is pure comfort. Like, if you want comfort, coziness, this is the way to go. Like, just look at how fuzzy this is, man. Like, it is a just, I would say it's a pillow, but it is just that comfortable. And so it's just so nice and cozy feeling. The double heavyweight is cozy in a different way. It's cozy like you're wearing a big heavy weighted blanket. It feels like armor. Like, it feels comforting in that respect, but this is literal comfort. So if you want like the toughness of a heavy sweater, get the double heavyweight.
Yeah.
If you want to just be comfortable and like, cozy, the Fleeced
Pampered.
Foxfibre is the way to go.
Pampered. Yeah.
This isn't about being hardcore,
No.
right? Like,
No.
you could definitely wear it with your 21-ounce jeans, don't get me wrong, right? But, maybe with your 21-ounce jeans, a double heavyweight sweatshirt
Yeah.
might be the way to go. Of course, you could. It's still a heavy hoodie. Don't get me wrong. But like,
But sometimes you want to maybe balance it out.
Yeah.
That like bottom half of you,
yeah,
it's just
tough, and then you got some comfort on top.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a different feel. So like, if you want the heavy, tough, double heavyweight. If you want comfort, cozy, this is the way to go. So this is the 4th color in the Fleeced Foxfibre, available exclusively at Blue Owl Workshop, wonderlooper.com, and
sometime in November.
November-ish.
I would say.
Yeah. So this is not part of that release, of the September release. The September release, we got the 3 colors, this is the 4th color, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, obviously,
the Sweatpants.
Sweatpants. And of course, I really do like this, like, the flat seam is showing this
Yeah, the interior.
the interior. It adds something to it. It's really nice.
Yeah. So there you have it. You can get the full suit, and I think these are going to be popular. I would
Yeah.
say that, look, this we'll definitely do again.
I think so. I mean, why wouldn't we?
I'm just getting ahead of myself, Jay. Jay is the owner of Blue Owl. I'm just saying, these I think are going to be so popular, we're going to do them again. So that,
But we are making a lot of it, so
Yeah.
I think
yeah, you should be able to get it. If you want it, you should be able to get it. And so, yeah, but staggered releases, everybody. We've got these in September. We got double heavyweights, hopefully end of October, hopefully, and then November-ish, probably later in November with those guys. So there you have it. Okay.
there's some person probably just joined that's asking about U.S. currency, U.S. dollar, and McKinley
is answering them.
kindly, answering them. Yes, we are temporarily halting orders from United States in order to make sure that you don't overpay for duties that you don't have to pay.
Yeah, there's a new, if you go over to our website, you'll see right at the top of the page there's an announcement. And it's basically letting you know that we've suspended shipping because tariff rates are going down. They're going down, and we just want to make sure that they're implemented before you place an order with us. So we want to make sure you get the better rate and not pay the old rate. So we're just waiting for all that to come into fruition because there's a new deal. We're going to make deals, all these deals everywhere. The deal was made, and we want to make sure that you get a deal when you shop on our website. So there you go. If you're watching this later on the replay, just check our website. If I'm good at English, if we're shipping if USA shipping is back on, it means you're paying the lower rate. It means it's active and you're paying the lower rate. You've got nothing to worry about. So there you go. Yes. Okay. Other releases. I know there's a lot of releases, but you know what? Hit the like button, everybody. I haven't asked you to do that in a while, and I know there's actually been people in the chat trying to encourage it, and I appreciate it. If you haven't hit that like button, do it now. We love it.
If you like this black thing that we just showed, it's
Yeah, there you go.
They're coming.
Okay. Bullet asks, can we order on September 18th, but then wait to ship until the new tariff situation is back?
It will be in effect before that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We expect it to be way before that, maybe even as early as Monday. So this has already been a sign. It's just about a matter of implementation. That should happen pretty rapidly. So you will definitely be able to, look, unless some sort of catastrophe happens, who knows? You should be able, I'm going to say there's a high likelihood that you will be able to buy well before the September 18th to get those better rates. And when the next release happens, you'll be getting those better rates. Okay, let's talk about more releases because we've got a jam-packed release calendar. We have the return of these. This is the ELS recycled cotton slub t-shirts. I think not heather gray.
Not heather gray.
Not heather gray.
Yeah.
So
heather gray, just in general, like is made from a different yarn. So like when the yarn, because this yarn is very special, right? It's recycled cotton from the offcuts of our double heavyweight t-shirts and such. So it's like, you know, whenever the yarns are ready, we ask them to like make the fabric and to make the t-shirts. But the heather yarns have to be made separately because it's heather, you know, like white and gray and black and stuff. So it's the timing didn't align. So we did have the second batch of heather gray like a while ago, and we're unfortunately, I thought like maybe they'll last, but I think they're selling out. But these are back in stock the first time after the original release. Yeah. So this Ecru, Ecru was so popular last time.
So it looks a little like blown out right now. If I pulled it back, you can see it a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But
Ecru, you can see the seeds, and it's got a really nice texture.
Great texture to it. You got the whiteo, and then you have the black. So these three colors are coming back. ELS recycled cotton, so it's a mix of a bunch of different things. ELS because it's using extra long staple cotton. Recycled because it's using two kinds of recycled cotton, and that is the recycled offcuts of our double heavyweight tees and recycled cotton from the spinning mill. So from the fluffs that fly off into the air. So a bunch of different things going in together to make one really beautiful textured tee.
Yeah, it's very slubby yarned because of the extra long staple cotton and the recycled cotton, which tends to be shorter staple.
And then it's also loosely knit as well. So you get sort of a much more stretchy fabric than some of our other fabrics, so it wears very differently. And
very comfortable. It's heavyweight, like it's beefy, but it's very comfortable because it kind of stretches with you.
So this will be the first restock of these. It's not a huge restock. So this is going to be just at wonderlooper.com. You won't find this at our retail partners. They will get probably their next restocks in the spring. And then in the spring, we're also using this base for the Sharin by Natural hand-dyed shirts. So you've got that as well. So this is a base that we really enjoy and love, and we're going to have a lot of options in the future for this one as well. So ELS recycled cotton, back, exclusive wonderlooper.com. And then
last but not least,
there's even more. There's more than this, because there is this is the ultimate Pima Suriyami t-shirts, which you can see here. Maybe it's a little I don't know the colors or whatever. Black, white. Reese's wearing the white. I'm wearing the ELS, but these haven't been in stock for a while. So our luxurious, very sort of smooth and soft t-shirts, very comfort fitting t-shirts made on the century-old Suriyami knitting machines.
And Ultimate Pima, it is 100% Ultimate Pima yarns, and Ultimate Pima is the organically grown in America, one of the longest staple fiber cotton, and it's...
Which I have to also really reiterate, it is at that level while also being organic.
It's like vegetarian being an Olympian.
Right. Or like... Right, like being a mega, like, jacked up bodybuilder and just on a vegetarian diet. Like, it is not easy to do that. So that's sort of the thing here. It's the all natural version of like Mr. Olympia, which I'm sure they're all natural. I know those guys. They don't use any drugs at all. They don't do that. That would be wrong.
Yes.
I don't think it's wrong, but
yeah.
anyway.
It is luxurious. It is a very different feel from the rest of our collection. It's just it's it's 200 GSM, so it's actually not that like lightweight. For us, it feels lightweight, but it's like stark white t-shirt. It doesn't have like a see-throughness, so that should tell you how 200 GSM is not like the lightest underwear weight, but it is very comfortable. It is luxurious because of the long staple. It's just like very silky, I have to say.
Yeah.
And because of the suriyami knitting, like wash after wash, you can really it can hold.
It holds its shape very, very well. And I would say that also because we do a cut and sew on this, sometimes with suriyami knits, they have a tendency to twist. Mm-hmm. And because we do a cut and sew, you don't have that twist problem with these. So it really actually holds its shape even better because we do a cut and sew on these over a tubular body version of something like this. Mm-hmm. Now, this is what's coming up for September. And just to tease you a little bit, and I know some people are going to be like, oh, why didn't these come out in September? I'm telling you now, these are coming out next spring. So we do have additions to the Ultimate Pima, and that is with the Ecru and Khaki green, which will be coming out next spring. So there are brothers and sisters coming out in the Ultimate Pima world. So we do have a full family of 4 coming soon. I know you can't see all the colors. My hands can't stretch this way.
It's also, this family is also expecting. So it will be a family of 5 sooner than later. Yeah. But that's like a year from now.
Yeah. So that's going to be navy blue. Mm-hmm. Navy blue. So
navy blue.
Spring now. So now as in September 18th. September 18th. Okay. So there you go. And then we do have one more thing. So many things. This is going to be a big release, guys.
There's going to be a lot of things.
I don't think we've ever had this many things in stock at once before.
Maybe. Like this many different items. Yeah, probably.
It's a lot. Yeah. So anyhow, for those people who have a lot on their eyes, now we've got even more because we have double heavyweight long sleeve tee in Sumi black and Ecru. So you have the off colors from the black and the white. We have Sumi black and Ecru available in the long sleeve t-shirt. So
I have to say I really like this Sumi. It is very much like nice, because sometimes black really strong.
Yeah,
this one's
it's soft. Yeah, so there's a lot there. Our double heavyweight tees. Now we have them back in stock in the long sleeve. Now we have some white, black, and heather gray in stock right now. There's not a lot on the website, but those are available right now. This is the first restock of the Sumi black and the Ecru in the long sleeve. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. And I think that wraps up all the releases for September 18th. Yeah. Which is also my birthday, by the way. So if you want to celebrate, celebrate by making a purchase on wonderlooper.com or at your local Wonder Looper retailer worldwide, because many of them are getting, I wouldn't say everything, but many of them are getting a lot of this stuff. Yeah. So check in with your local retailer. We shipped practically everyone this week. Everyone else will get it. They'll probably have it by this coming Friday, and everyone's going to create content, and so check in with your retailer, to see if they're going to get that favorite piece that you're after, and please do support those guys, because those guys are the ones bringing it in for you, making sure that you have it readily available. And I have to say, I'll say it like this: if you're sizing wise, you haven't tried one of our things on before, you're not really sure, maybe you're not the most confident with measuring, even though it is pretty easy. I have to say, do it. Once you do it once or twice, you'll be like, okay, yeah, I get it, right? But I get it. Maybe it's your first time buying something. A lot of websites, they don't train you on like how to measure your garments. A lot of websites operate that way. They just ship it to you. Hope it works. We want you to make sure you got the right fit the first time. So if you're not the most confident with measurements or you've never tried our stuff before, try out your local retailer, because they often can make exchanges or returns a lot simpler because it's within your borders, right? Mm-hmm. When you're returning outside of your borders, that's when things get complicated. I would say that there's a lot of companies out there that they're just like, when we do international shipping, there's no returns. Mm-hmm. Like, we allow them, but I have to say it's not.
It's costly.
It's costly. That's the biggest problem. It's not that it's it's hard. It's just costly, and like you want to avoid.
And not only is it just the shipping back and forth. If you if you're paying taxes, like technically you should be able to get it back, but like it's not something that you want to do. So there's the risk that you're losing that money. So just be careful, extra careful.
Yeah. Okay, there's some good questions. Steven Goldblum says, are the wife respecters still in R&D, or is it officially on the roadmap yet?
Not officially on the roadmap, but we really need to keep it going. It's
spring 27 needs to start. Like we need to get all those, like the short sleeve Henley, the underwear style Henley. I want to do my Bruce Lee style super loopers. Contrast ribbed super loopers.
So spring 26 is done. Like we had our retail partners book the season, so that's kind of set. It's all set.
Yeah, and you guys have already previewed all that stuff. Yeah. Like we showed that stuff off before.
And fall 26 is. There's still a lot to do there. Yeah. It's not a lot of things are confirmed, and the fabrics are not even being sampled yet.
But they're working on it.
Yeah. But like we know in general what we're doing. Yeah. The next step, which is spring 27, we are considering wife respecters. Though I mean I don't know. We gotta really keep it moving, and then Bruce Lee stuff and all that kind of stuff. So those are still like in the works. We kind of trying to put things on the map there.
I already see the label for the lightweight Henleys. It'll have like a Hong Kong style font, like Chinese style maybe border. Yes. Oh, I see it now. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, everybody. Yeah. Okay, so that's where we are with that. Jeremy Sims says, any plans for a LA retail partner?
Nothing on the horizon.
Yeah, no. Standard and Strange.
Yeah, they're in Oakland.
Yeah.
Not anywhere close to LA.
Not anywhere close to LA, but they they're going to be getting a big shipment soon, including not just at all the locations, they're going to be getting a restock of double heavyweight t-shirts. They've been out for a while. I was just talking with them, and they're going to be getting a restock of those soon. So if you're out in like New York or whatever, like you can in a few weeks you'll be able to just walk in and buy a t-shirt. So they'll have them there soon. So yeah, as for LA, when it comes to like retail expansion, it's
just a matter of having the
right partner. Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of retailers out there, but that just because they exist doesn't mean that they're going to be the right partner for us. And
but if you guys have any recommendations, like locally, like us best. So if you have a store in mind that we may not know, because we're not like we don't know what's going on in LA. So just give us a suggestion. Better yet, give them a suggestion.
Yeah, let them know what you're looking for.
Yeah, but also for us to even know we're not like actively expanding our wholesale side of things just because it's also a lot of work, right? Yeah. So like we have to find the right balance of everything. Yeah. So yeah, if it's the right partner and they're gonna work, like I have to say, like we've been in the wholesale industry for a long time, and finding the right partners is very difficult. And sometimes you work in an environment where, you take on retail partners that aren't the greatest just because there's some business there. Mm-hmm. And when you have
a machine behind you that can handle that kind of stuff, sure, no problem, right? But when you don't, when it's just two people, it's just a, you know, you have to make sure that the ones that you're working with are the people who understand your brand, know how to market your brand, know when to bring stuff in, and just understand the whole process. And explaining that to people who are going to be like, I just want your brand because it makes money. Like, that's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not exactly the kind of people we want to get and partner with. We want people who are going to build something up really well and represent the brand properly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, you know, obviously they want us.
Yeah, they have to also want to work with us.
That's also like a two-way street.
Yeah.
So like, as much as we have to want them, they want to want us, then they have to want us.
Yeah.
Oh, confusing. But yeah, it just needs to be a perfect you know, two-way street in order for us to even consider that.
Right. Alana asks, what about retail location in Hawaii? Look,
I would love it. I would totally love it.
I would just open it myself when we move there and live in paradise.
Yes. But we still gotta make things in Japan.
Yeah. So we just gotta go.
It's very close.
It's not far.
It's
only like a
doable.
7-hour flight or something like that.
Something like that.
It's not
and
far.
It's just like there's a lot of flights too. Like it's not like one flight a day. Like it's like multiple flights like every hour.
Right.
So
just we gotta make enough money that we can move to Hawaii. America lets us in somehow. We gotta win some green card lottery.
No, we don't want green card.
What do we want?
About it because I don't want to pay taxes in the States.
Okay, so we'll just live.
We just do.
We just own
we
a
have to be
property
here
there,
also anyway. So we got to do.
Okay,
you know, 3 months there, 3 months here.
There you go.
Kind of thing.
Joy Rock says it's expensive in Hawaii right now though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it ain't getting cheaper. So right now is cheaper than the future, and who knows. I would also like to further point out it's expensive everywhere right now. That's
but Hawaii especially.
Yeah, Hawaii is especially expensive. Hey, look, if you have this paradise, it's paradise. It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone wants to be there. It's gonna come with a price tag.
Yeah.
I understand that. Right. But hey, one day, man, I love like. We went to Hawaii a couple of years ago, and it was wonderful. I think Hawaii is wonderful. I think it's.
I've been wanting to go back, like pretty soon.
Yeah,
but
I would just say that as our American audience, the fact that all of you haven't already moved to Hawaii just sometimes shocks me a little bit. Like
it's far though.
It is far, but it is America, and it's like if you're in like the Northeast, and it's just like Canada, where it's like frozen for 8 months out of the year. You know, there's Hawaii, right? It's just
I used to actually think that. It's like Hawaii or like Southern California is also pretty good. And like, you know, obviously expensive and, you know, but like there's beaches everywhere. It's not as good as Hawaii, but it's like pretty good weather-wise. So it's like, why can't everybody move here?
And there's chickens everywhere in Hawaii, which I found interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, why is there a chicken here? And there were just chickens everywhere. This is wild chickens.
Yeah, pigeons.
Yeah, I thought it was neat. And there were.
And they're just like coming out of like the bushes.
Yeah, and they're on the beach, and they're just like, I'm like, interesting. And what else did I find? I found a mango tree.
Yes.
I just ate a mango off a tree. I ate the mango.
Was it good?
It was fine. There's no problem. But yeah,
which I don't think you should have, honestly.
What you know?
Technically, I don't think it was.
It was look. Some of them were falling on the ground and just being eaten by nature. So I figured, hey, you know what? Let this guy enjoy Mother Nature's delights. You know. Well, there you go, everybody. It's been that's it. We covered it all. I think. I don't think we missed anything.
Yeah, I think we didn't miss. One question that I saw up there from Manuel Hidalgo. If you're still here, he said, "What embroidery colors would you recommend for the upcoming Ultimate Pima shirt on khaki green?" The Ultimate Pima shirt upcoming colors are only white and black.
Well, that's the upcoming release, but the new colors for spring summer.
Spring summer khaki. I would say ivory. I think ivory on khaki is
Black
a
also
great.
looks good on khaki.
Yeah, black is gonna be like a little bit more stealthy,
Yeah,
like
that's
subtle.
true. Yeah.
If we wanted to stand out, in general, I think ivory is a great match for khaki.
Yeah.
Green.
There you go.
Also,
Yes.
if I have time, I would like to get the like blue thread on the
Oh, right.
things.
Yeah. So there is a
I call it
Yeah.
Yokohama blue.
Yeah,
I think
Bayside blue.
Bayside blue.
Bayside blue.
Yeah,
Not
like
Bayside blue.
Yokohama's like theme is because we're like next to the ocean, like it's like blue color is like the theme around here. So I wanted to introduce the
Blue
theme color.
Yeah. So you might have seen Risa's shirt like with the Yokohama embroidery with that blue. So that'll come up on the website as soon as we get around to doing that. There's a lot on the plate right now.
Yeah,
But
it's actually not much to do that, but I just haven't done it.
yeah, everything is like sometimes it just feels like there's not much to do it, but it's just like
You just have to remember. And
yeah.
yeah.
There's so much going on every day.
Yeah.
Alan says can never get bored of the beautiful weather and nature in Hawaii. I agree.
You're so lucky.
You're very
to live
lucky.
there.
Yeah. John Ake says, is there a chance that the triple heavyweight would see more colors? I will say that there is a chance.
What is it? Sorry.
Will we have more colors than triple heavyweight?
Triple heavyweight.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I'll say perhaps.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there.
You want to do a quick snack?
Yes, let's do a quick snack time. Risa's got some snack time cooking up in the pantry area. Jeremy says, if you need a Hawaii fix, Chief of War on Apple Plus is pretty solid. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I have to say that we haven't watched a lot of TV or anything lately, but
What's the show?
I guess it's a show maybe based in Hawaii called Chief of War on Apple Plus.
I would like to watch Hawaii just on its own. This is a repeat from last
the
week.
last week's.
But like these were pretty good contender in the
Yeah.
last week's race.
So we're gonna make the poll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the poll. Hold on.
Oh,
Okay, so we're gonna
so
start
one
a poll.
is the
Maple ramen.
syrup flavored ramen snacks. So it's like an instant noodle ramen snacks. In the shape of like a flat, like wide flat noodle actually, but it's a weird flavor. And the other one is the super spicy. I don't think I have ever seen this many pepper in the package of this guy.
And with
series.
lightning.
Yeah, so lightning is the mala. This one I think is like mala, like very spicy Chinese taste. And this one indicates how like numbing. This
Yeah.
is, like it's a numbing spice.
So
Also,
we've got sweetness and pain together. Although this could be gross and could encourage pain. I don't know. I like
Ain't that gross though, because we have fried chicken
with
and waffle.
That's true. Ramen with sugar. Right? Salty with
not so
sweet. That
crazy
does
to me,
sound all
actually.
right, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got pancakes, and I don't know if it's pancake flavored or just maple flavored, but
Maple syrup flavored,
maple syrup
yeah.
flavored. Okay, so there
But
you go.
like the only use of maple syrup, in this country at least, is the pancakes.
That's true. I mean, what other uses are there other than just chugging maple syrup straight?
I actually, when I used to make granolas, I would use maple syrup as a sweetener. Sometimes honey,
Okay.
but other times maple syrup. I think maple syrup makes it a little bit crunchier than honey.
All right. Well, I'm going to wait until there are 30 votes cast. And right now, the maple ramen snacks are winning 54% to 46. So we're almost there. But I'm personally, I think this is the way to go with the maple ramen. And I would like to try
You
that.
don't like the numbing spice.
I do not like the numbing spice. I have to say the Chinese numbing spice really numbs me out. It is not a flavor I enjoy. It is actually, it does what it says it's going to do.
I like it.
Yeah,
I absolutely
it's a little bit of pain. Maple syrup drizzle over ice cream. That's true, Mr.
that's
Beatty. That is
interesting.
very true. Okay, well, we are about to close the... Okay, we're going to close it. Maple ramen is our winner. I'm going to close the poll right now. It's won. Maple ramen is way ahead. So we're going to leave it right there. And we're going to go with the maple ramen. Personally, I like my men cooked and not raw. That's a joke for you guys. Badoom. Ching. I like my men cooked.
Maple syrup in my coffee. Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
That's a move. Yeah, I use it for pancakes and waffles. I used to use it on fried chicken. I used to make a glaze. Yeah.
You like honey on chicken.
I do.
You like maple syrup on
I like honey on pizza. I've never put maple syrup on pizza. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, that smells like maple syrup.
That smells like Disneyland.
It smells like candy. There's some candy in here. And so look at that wavy ramen flavored, or it is a ramen, right?
I think it is a ramen. It's
Right.
like flour, but
Right.
but they made so before.
But it's not like, when you have ramen noodles in like the dried ones, like you can see the individual noodles, you can just see how it's kind of compressed.
Yes. So,
this is clearly made into the shape of like that.
So Baby Star is like they used to make these like real ramen crumbled things, but I would imagine that like parents didn't like kids having those because it just goes everywhere because it's hard to eat.
But this is much easier to eat.
This is a lot easier to eat.
Okay, so let's give this a try. Crumbled.
Okay. First of all, it's just that it's the taste of maple syrup only. It doesn't have like the salty flavor undertone at all.
The base is like, I'm gonna say it's like cardboard.
It is like just flour, like mixed in with water and like
Yeah, this
like
is
made it crunchy. That's all. Like it's not.
Got a good crunch. The taste of the
I thought it
noodle
would be like sweet and savory.
Yeah, I thought there might be some saltiness here, but no.
Zero.
It is like maple syrup, sugar on top of like a dried cracker, basically.
It's not the best thing. No,
not great.
It's actually not great at all. It's even worse than I thought it would be, honestly.
I was expecting some saltiness there, but no. I mean, look, this is sort of the thing that you could just eat and like sort of be mindless about, but
yeah, it's not disgusting or anything. Yeah. It's just like I would not pay money to eat this.
No, I'm not getting these again. I would want them to be a little salty, but no, it's kind of boring. So let me give this a rating, 1 to 10. This here.
4.6.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. So there you go. We're pretty.
Page.
Yeah, it's not the best. Like, it's just if you want to eat something crunchy, I guess it's fine. It's not disgusting. Steven Kopelkamp says 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 is like that's disgusto land. Like it's gross. This isn't gross. It's just bland. It is very boring. It is an unsalted cracker with a little bit of sugar on it.
It's like sometimes like, it's like, oh, I can't waste my calories on this. And it's that type of thing. Like I can eat it, but like I'm not refusing to waste my calories on this.
John Egg says, I was expecting a 4.5 and you nailed it, my friend. Well, there you go. That is the maple syrup ramen snack from this company. I don't remember the name, but
Baby Star.
Baby Star.
Baby Star.
Baby Star.
Like Baby Star.
Baby Star.
But we call it Baby.
Baby Star. The character is cool. I like that. It kind of reminds me of Parappa the Rapper.
He has a name.
Oh, does he?
Hoshio-kun.
Hoshio-kun? Hoshio-kun.
Because Star.
Oh, okay.
Star.
There you go. So he looks cool. I like good points for the logo. I like the character, but the snack.
Baby Star's like, old character. Some of you must know this. It was like a tiny flying old man looking baby, I think.
What?
Oh my god.
Okay, Retha's gonna look it up. Okay, so she's gonna find it. Before we go, Retha's gonna find it. We're gonna find the origins of this
I think I'm
cute
the only
little
one who
character.
cares.
Everyone's gonna care. Everyone's gonna care.
Okay. Sorry. It was a old, like a Chinese man, but it
Oh.
looked like a So
Is this the evolution?
I guess so. Now, 2017, it became this guy.
Oh.
But until then, it was this guy, and I remember this guy from my childhood.
And when the baby grew up, is that
I
what
guess
happened?
so. This one I've never seen,
Uh-huh.
but the middle guy is like the
Okay.
guy that I remember.
It's very different.
Yeah,
It is not the same even in the least. He's wearing a hoodie now, which I
wait.
like.
his name was Bei-chan.
Really?
Yes.
His name was Bei-chan. That is my name here in Japan, according to my niece.
and my grandmother.
Yeah, your grandmother calls me that too. So I'm that guy. But I like the new guy because he's wearing a hoodie and a red
Yeah,
hoodie. So
it's more like you.
yeah, there you go. What can I say? I like the logo.
Yeah.
The logo is better than the snack. Elaine says, I love that Reese is thinking, not want to waste my calories. Yeah, you know, don't you ever feel that way? Like sometimes you're like
Oh, I certainly feel that way.
I-
I also feel that way about like just
a
like,
bad soda. If I'm having a bad soda, I'm like, I don't
Right,
want to drink this. I'd rather have a much,
better soda.
a much better soda.
Oh, just drink water. So
Right.
That, yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody, we're going to leave it right there. It's been fun. It's been great. We've had a wonderful time. We enjoy spending this time with you. We'll be back again next week with some more Wonder Looper updates. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got that American shipping situation sorted out sooner than later. If you are on our website and you see that we're shipping to America again, that means the new tariff, lower tariff is in effect. And so we're all good on that front. Anyways, you'll see updates on our Instagram, our newsletter, whatever, when all that stuff has been rectified.
Yeah, and we're gonna have another live stream before the release. Next weekend,
Yep.
regular time.
Yeah.
Regular live stream.
So we'll be back again
Yeah.
real soon. So with all that said, everybody, hit the like button, drop us a comment if you're watching later on, and we'll be back again soon. Have a good weekend. Do something nice for yourself, and
somebody else.
that's it. All right, we'll see you later. All right, bye everyone.
Everyone.